You won't believe how much this shed actually cost me to build. I'm going to break down every single cost from the frame and steel cladding to the UPVC door makeover. And at the end, I'll show you how it compares to different style pre-made flat pack sheds. And there's one number in that comparison that honestly shocked me. It's a 12 by 6 foot shed built on a concrete base with 3 by 2 CLS timber frame, 11mm OSB sheathing, Cladco steel box profile on the roof and the sides, log lap cladding on the front, flashing all round, square guttering for drainage, and for the door, I gave an old UPVC door a DIY makeover. Starting with a concrete base, I paid £17.85 for the form timber. The ballast I actually picked up for free off of Facebook Marketplace, but if you were buying it, 2 bags would cost you around £120. I used 8 bags of cement for £55.80. And the DPM I used was actually left over from a previous project. If you were buying this new though, this would cost you about £35.99. So my personal cost for the concrete base came in at £73.65. And if you had to buy everything new, you'd be looking in the region of about £230. For the framing, I used 4 lengths of 4.8m CLS, which cost me £27.40. And 40 lengths of 2.4m CLS, which cost me £140. I had a few of those left over, so I used those to build the internal shelves. Sheathing was £153.45, which was for 11mm OSB. Fixings wise, nails cost me £34.90, hammer fixings £10.05, and I already had plenty of screws, but if you were having to buy them, it's probably about a tenner's worth. I also had the DPM paint that I used from a previous job, but if you were buying a tin of that new, it cost you about £25. So my total for the main structural frame was £365.80. And if you had to buy all of that, it would cost you £400.80. This also gives me enough of the OSB left over to finish off those internal shelves. Next up, cladding. I went for Cladco steel box profile for the roof and the walls. That order included the sheets, tech screws, caps, mastic tape, foam fillers, flashing, anti-cut gloves, and a pair of tin snips to hit their cheaper delivery threshold. So that full order cost me just under £600, a pretty hefty chunk of the budget, but it's solid stuff and it should hopefully cost less in the long run than timber cladding. I wanted the front face to have a more traditional contrasting look, so I used log lap cladding, which cost me £55.56. Now for the UPVC door, I got this off Facebook Marketplace for free, and you can also find one locally if you keep an eye out. I spent £21.95 on a tin of waterproof paint, £11.89 on a new handle, £5.96 on some silicone, and £37.95 on an MDF sheet to make a new infill panel, bringing the total for the door refurb to £77.75. And this would be the same for everyone if you were going to do a similar type of refurb. And lastly, for the guttering, I used the square profile, which I bought all separately, but I'm not going to list them all individually. This cost me £40.86. So after adding everything up, the base, the frame, the cladding, the guttering and the door, my total spend was £1,211.09. And if you were buying every bit from scratch, no spares, leftovers or Facebook Marketplace bargains, you'd be looking at spending roughly £1,400. Now for me, with what I've ended up with, a solid low maintenance shed with some nice built-in storage and a nice long lifespan, I don't think that's too bad at all. And even at the full price, I still think that's a pretty decent result. If you want to build your own, then great, but what about if you want to buy a prefab shed? To get a fair and unbiased comparison, I asked ChatGPT to pull together a table comparing popular shed options, and to keep it like for like, asked it to add the cost of a concrete base being poured, which was estimated at £400, some decent shelving like mine, which came in at £100, and around £325 to have someone assemble it for you, which ChatGPT reckons is about the average for a shed this size. Obviously though, this is going to vary from area to area. I also asked it for some positives and negatives of each option, with a rough lifespan of how long the shed's going to last. So let's run through the options that it gave me. A basic overlap timber shed costing £750, with the base at £400, the shelving at £100 and the assembly at £325. You're looking at £1,250 self-build or £1,575 if you're going to get someone to build it for you. It said this was the cheapest on the list, and easy but flimsy 28mm framing, thin cladding, felt roof and high maintenance. You'd be lucky to get 5 to 8 years out of it. Next up is a more heavy duty tongue and groove option. This was an estimated £1,350 plus the extra £400 for the base, the £100 for the shelving and the £325 for assembly. So that's £1,850 self-build or £2,175 assembled. It said this is built better with thicker cladding, a 44mm frame, but it's still high maintenance and the timber eventually rots. Lifespan is going to be around 15 to 25 years depending on where it's located and how you maintain it. A plastic resin shed costs you about £1,000, so with the base and the shelving, this is going to cost you £1,500 self-build or £1,825 assembled. This option has no maintenance, is rot proof, quick to build, but it's prone to condensation, has a plastic feel and has limited shelving options, as built-in isn't really an option. The lifespan for one of these is around 10 to 15 years. A budget metal shed is coming in at £600, which to be honest surprised me a little bit because I thought these were a lot more expensive. So with the extras, you're looking at £1,100 for a self-build or £1,425 assembled. These are cheap, fireproof, fairly secure, but thin panels, have condensation problems with no insulation and are very noisy in the rain. The lifespan is 10 to 20 years. Now don't go rushing to the comments to tell me all of these figures are wrong or the lifespans are wrong. This is just an estimate that ChatGPT has generated just to give us a good idea of the comparison between the different options. It's not an exact science, but you get a good idea of the prices and quality. Here's the full table overview of all of those. If you're wanting to read this in more detail, just pause the video. So the final question, was it worth it? And for me, absolutely. I spent a touch over £1,200 and got myself a concrete base, a nice solid frame, steel cladding, a UPVC door, proper drainage, internal storage, and it should last 25 to 35 years. This is according to ChatGPT. Don't come for me in the comments if you think this is wrong. Have a go at ChatGPT. Now for the same price prefab, you would only really get yourself the cheapest and most flimsy option, which to be honest surprised me a little bit. Yeah, it took me a bit of time and effort with a lot of pre-planning, but I've got myself a solid, low maintenance option built exactly how I wanted it. Plus, it's been great practice for bigger builds in future. If you're fairly handy and you don't mind a weekend or two grafting, I would definitely say build your own. And if not, you should now have a good idea of what you're going to be paying if you go for a prefab option. Let me know down in the comments if any of these costs surprised you or if you would tackle a shed build yourself. And if you fancy seeing how the whole thing came together, the full shed build series playlist is linked here. For more no-nonsense DIY builds, woodworking projects and tool reviews, make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Let's hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.